What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of Nick at Night with a really special guest and a good buddy of mine. Yeah, you're supposed to say it.
Sage.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Cheers. Before we start.
Cheers.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I can already feel the juices flowing. All right, let's get into this nice and slow. Pause.
I like that.
So, first question I have. By the way, this is also not scripted at all. This is just completely freestyle. We're going to figure out the questions as we talk.
I like that.
How did you start your life in content creation? Like, when did you start, like...
You know what's funny? So, I wanted to do it for a long time. I wanted, like, when I was, like, 17, 18, I didn't really know. I like to watch YouTube a lot, but I didn't really know, like, what I wanted to do in my life. And I was like, I just want to be, like... I'll tell my dad all the time, he's like, what do you want to do? He's like, I just want to be on, like... on a screen or like on a cover magazine or just some shit like that, like just something stupid.
Actually really cool. You're like something stupid.
And then and I was like, I don't know, something's just gonna happen, right? Like, I just thought of like, we'll go as time goes. And then Nick, he wanted to do videos. I didn't even know Nick. And then Devin was like, yo, my homie wants to shoot a video for his
Wait, really? You didn't know
YouTube.
Nick when you guys started?
I didn't know him at all.
So you weren't a part of Rancho Boys?
No, I was. So that's like when it started.
Oh, so you're talking about back then. Okay.
First video was like, he was like, yo, he posted on like his Finsta, I think. He's like, yo, pop out to this, if you know me, because like he had, you know, Finsta's all close people. And Devin was like, yo, are you down? And I was like, I mean, what else are we gonna do tonight?
Yeah.
We're just gonna drink our asses off and not do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
On camera, right? So we went, and at the end of it, I was like, damn, that was actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to do it again. We just kept showing up, and eventually we started getting close, and then we just started like, you know, the actual like super close friendship. And I was like, damn, this is kind of weird how shit works out. Like, I wanted to do this. Yeah. And like things come natural. I feel like when it happens natural, it's like
smooth.
Best things.
Yeah.
When you're overthinking shit, like trying to put out the best stuff, doesn't hit.
Yeah, nothing works. Yeah.
Nothing works. But then I started trying to do TikTok when I was doing the videos with Nick. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's like, that does get to you, bro, because you're like, one can hit like a little bit, you're
and
like,
then the next one sucks.
You're like, wait a minute, only 25 people saw this.
You're like, the one of the comments is like, boo, like, bro, what the f-? You're like,
like, damn, okay.
What did I do to you? No, yeah, that is the
In
truth.
the beginning, it was a little tough. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. And then I would like be deleting shit. I'm like, that one didn't do that good, delete.
Oh,
and it's like, every time I post it, every time I post it, I was like, I want to make sure that was good.
I did that forever.
Dude, no, I was crazy. This is like for the first like, maybe a couple months, and then after that I was like, I don't go.
Yeah.
Everything I put out is just gonna be like some shit or stuff that I just not think is funny, but the stuff that I just do. You know what I mean?
What are they doing to my baby over there, bro? Oh my god.
Yeah, but that dude, I love like just like the come up of it is like so cool.
Nah, that's what's super dope. I remember when I first, because this was probably like when I was first filming with Sweet Tea. I think I had.
Dude, how old are you when you met them?
Fuck, when I met Sweet Tea, I was like 17, 18.
Dude, you look young.
I was like 18 years old when I had met them, and they were like, no, they had to be a little bit. I might have been, I was like 18 because I think they had just graduated, and I already had graduated for like a year. Yeah. And then it was so funny because previous to that, like we didn't do any YouTube. Like I just did like Twitter. That was when Twitter was like super cool though. It was like cool to be on like.
It was like I never even had been on Twitter.
But you know what? It's weird. Twitter was like a really old crowd, and I had gotten onto it like really young. So I was like one of the younger like guys on Twitter. Yeah. And
you were posting like videos.
Dude, it was like nothing crazy though, like 30-second videos. But like it was more like I don't know how to explain it. Kind of like highlight reels, bro. Like if somebody had a crazy party on the weekend, somebody would post a video about the party. Like it was just stupid little stuff like that. And I remember Julian was like, dude, we got to get on YouTube. Like, YouTube's the way to do it. And I remember thinking, like, because I obviously, like, I'd known about YouTube, but I never knew, like, how they paid or, like, anything like that. So I'm like, man, like, imagine filming a video that's 15 minutes long. Like, that's a long, like, what would I do for 15 minutes? That's a long video. And then, I remember, like, whatever we had started, like, filming, and then I had met you guys. And I think I had met you guys when you guys were still Rancho Boys, I think. Yeah. And I only met a few of you guys. There was only, like, 4 or 5 of you guys that came to the Sweet Tea House. Yeah. And it's crazy to see like you guys now compared to like back then. Oh yeah. But I feel like we all got older. So like,
yeah, it was so sick because like we're not even nobody. I feel like none of us really knew. Like when we met you guys, we were like, damn, like they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like we're just doing random shit, you know? Yeah. And I was like, that's so dope because like when you're around people that don't really do it, and you guys are all kind of just figuring it out at the same time.
It's dope.
It's so dope.
But it's also really hard because it's like, who's gonna pop?
Yeah.
Bro, and I remember that was like the funny thing. Like, I remember like the whole time, I'd been on social media for like a really long time, so I was like, dude, I don't know if this is gonna take off, dude. And then Sweet Tea Boys cracked, and I remember like the whole time, cause like I wasn't directly a part of it in the beginning. I was just like a homie hanging out with the homies. But then I'd really started to see like, I think it was like the first time we were out and someone like came up and was like, yo, can we get a picture?
Crazy.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
What the
trippy.
I was like,
really
damn, I was like, this many people. And then like, I started seeing the numbers, 100Ks, 100Ks. And I thought about it and I'm like, 100,000. Like, I would go and watch like, low carb video or whatever, and it would have like 30K views.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no way, these idiots are making these idiots are tripling these views. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, so you started off like when you were younger, you just wanted to do YouTube, and then when did you like, I'm gonna do this full time, this is my thing?
It was the week that I was actually looking for like a real job. Like, I was like, because I was working at like Ralph's and doing the podcast and stuff like that. And like we were getting views, but like not enough to like, you know what I mean, to pay everybody.
Yeah.
You know? So I was working at Ralph's, and my dad was like, yo, like, what are you thinking? Like, because I wasn't in school, like I was just working, and I was like, damn, man, I really like, it feels weird, like almost having something that's so close. You're like, I don't know if something's gonna happen though.
Yeah.
And then he was like, all right, just go in. I went for the union testing for the electrician. Oh. Yeah. That week, bro. That week, I was like, I might as well just go try. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I didn't get in, and I was like, damn, bro. And then I called my dad. I was in San Diego, right? And I got the letter that I didn't make it, and I was like, damn, this really f***ed me like pretty hard. I was like, man, dude, what am I gonna do? And then that week, literally, either that week or the next week, like started popping. Yeah. And I was like, dude, this is like.
I feel like that's always how it goes too. Like, it's like right on the edge.
Come on, like what more like timing from God would I need?
Exactly.
You know? Like, if that didn't happen, if those like came down to the next month, I would have had another job.
Yeah, you would have been.
And I'd have been like, damn. Well, you know, we'll try to do this probably.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. Yeah. So you've always been into content creation. Like, you've liked it for a while. Okay, that's dope. And then now that you've been doing, how long have you been doing it for now? A couple years, right?
A couple years since I would say. Like for real, or just like messing around?
No, like for real. When you were like, oh, I'm
probably like 2-3 years.
2-3 years. What is like your next goal? Like what else do you want?
Dude, I want to go up in streaming, bro.
Yeah,
streaming is like it's so dope.
I love streaming, and streaming you can be yourself. You
it's so raw.
Act. Yeah, it's funny because it's just you.
Because on the podcast, don't get me wrong, like I'm doing the same things that I'm doing on the stream, but like stream, you're getting like long, like just me. You know what I mean? I'm just like geeking out. Like I'm just like a fucking. I feel like we're all kind of just
the streams are fun too, because like you're not like you don't have to act like, you don't gotta like, like videos have like a almost like a theme behind it, like, oh, you gotta do this in this video.
Exactly.
Streaming is just like fuck.
That's why sometimes YouTube's hard.
It is. YouTube
is hard because you're like trying to think of like the next idea, because you're like, fuck, I can't just do this and do this. Like when I'm doing streaming, I'm like, okay, I want to watch this. Yeah. Cool. Oh, that was pretty funny. I'm just gonna make it a YouTube video.
Exactly.
And it's like, dude. And the people on there, bro, so dope.
Yeah, and they're
so dope.
Dude, it was trippy when I was streaming with you, and I'm gonna be streaming with you again. I promise you. I'm gonna go. Either I'm gonna fucking figure that thing out, or I'm just gonna go buy a cheap ass webcam, bro. I don't care. I'm like over it at this point. But when I was like watching your, because I had my phone on your stream, and then I was watching it. I was watching us play. It's crazy to see. Like, I remember seeing a couple names that were there the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time.
Like the whole fucking time.
Dude, no. Yeah, dude. For like 4 or 5 hours straight.
Yeah, they'll just kick it.
And it's so sick. Dude, okay, so look, the chat that I have, I love them, bro, because they're just like, they chat with each other. Yeah. The whole time.
They'll chop it up.
And sometimes they don't even be watching me, bro. Like, they're just like literally just talking to each other. Like, they're actual friends now. I'm like,
that's good though, because you have a little community in there.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm like, what? Like,
yeah, no, that's
so dope.
That's super dope. What made you stream? Like, why'd you get into the streaming?
I wanted to do it for a minute. Because I wanted to try out YouTube, and then I tried it, and I was like, I like it. The first like 2 weeks, I was like, damn, this is sick. Yeah. But then I just kind of liked having the camera in front of me. Yeah. I was like, just having that right there is like perfect, and I liked it. And then I just started getting like more. I think I started posting like maybe a month on YouTube, and I was like, yeah, it's cool, it's cool, but I'm like trying to figure out the next thing over and over and over again. And I was like trying to chase it, and I'm like,
and it
that's
sucks.
Like, it's already out of my league right now. I'm not ready for it. So then when I was like, I sent it, got the streaming stuff, and I was like, I need to start like now because it's already been way too long.
Yeah, and I feel like streaming right now is only getting bigger. Like it's like probably like the biggest thing. Right now, dude.
Oh,
like,
for sure. Yeah.
I remember it's so funny. I was watching Aiden Ross probably like 3 years ago, bro. Yeah, like 3.5 years ago, and I originally had seen him because of my brother. My brother would put him on, and I'm like, who the fuck is this dorky ass kid on the TV? But then like sometimes I'd be like cleaning, I'd be like looking over it, and like he would say something funny. I'm like, fuck. And then I'd sit there and watch a little bit. And then it was like when RP was crazy, so they're fucking.
Oh yeah.
GTA was going nuts, and
dude.
then like, I'm like, dude, like this is low key, and this is before I found out that they were getting paid like crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, bro, like, yeah, especially then with the sponsors
those guys,
and
dude,
shit, bro.
those guys are getting paid.
Bro, I fucking I don't know if you know who Quan is.
Quan. Yep.
The guy, fashion kid.
Yeah.
Bro, like the videos where he's just like sitting there going through like fan mail. He's like,
Wait, he goes on. That's on Twitch.
Yeah, bro, he streams.
Oh, I thought it was on like just YouTube or something.
No, I think it's on YouTube too, but I think he streams as well. Because somebody clipped like one of my buddies that has a clothing brand clipped.
Oh, the chat's right there.
A chat of him, and like the chat was like, "Yo, that brand's tight," and he like posted that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no way, Quans. But I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like,
Yeah,
if you have the fucking camera,
hours,
you might as well just throw it up on both.
Damn.
But yeah, I think streaming is gonna be like the next big. I mean, it's already the big thing. But
I
like,
didn't even know that it was popping for that long too. It's been popping since we were like kids.
But I feel like it didn't like. There wasn't no Kai.
No.
There wasn't an Aiden yet.
Yeah.
Like I feel like those kids just made it more. Like predominantly just more popping now.
Yeah, for sure. Especially for our generation too. It's like I feel like a lot of people that were in content creation when we were growing up, they're pretty old.
No, they're old. They're like hell. They started late.
Old.
Like they were like 28 when they were filming when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like one of the guys that I watched a lot. I don't know if you knew who he was. He was called White Boy 7th Street. He was like a video game nerd. Anyways, he would just like break down games and just different class setups and shit. And I remember thinking like this guy's dope. And then I looked him up and he was like 29 years old. I'm like, dude, you're 29 on a video. I was like 13 watching him. I'm like, bro, you're 29 on this video game? Like, no wonder you're golden, bro. You're fucking 50 years old, bro.
Dude, nah, I used to watch. Dude, it's so funny because people just have the personality like PewDiePie.
Oh,
personality
PewDiePie.
for everything, bro. And I used to watch things like he'd play like certain games where he would just do like a long 40 videos just dedicated to the game. And I just watch them like over
no,
and
he
over
was
and over.
now that I think about it, he was probably one of the first guys that I seen that would do like kind of streams, but on YouTube. Like that's actually really. I didn't even think about that. And that motherfucker's is he still? No, Mr. Beast is probably the most subscribed.
Yeah, probably not. Oh yeah, he passed.
But he was for a while. He's like kicking it, bro. That's dope. That's super dope. So what? Would you ever get into like IRL streams?
I want to do it. I do want to do it. It's like I need a Samsung phone first of all because dude, the iPhone quality is shit.
Really?
It sucks.
Wow.
It makes you look like you're like 50 years old.
Yeah, it does cook.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be like,
damn, I don't look like that.
I'm like, dude, fuck, dude.
I was like, shit, I don't even want to do it anymore. So
would you do like yourself filming it or like having someone?
I don't know. I don't know how that because I feel like
having someone filming would be a little bit
easier. A lot easier. I don't really know because I'm like I looked at all those other guys like all the Face Clan members like they post stuff but like they post stuff only like usually when they're in their crib like desk up like
yeah they just have like the setup
but the IRLs they're just going everywhere they're just doing random
and they have like a crazy they got like the charger that's always tending like the battery like they have a crazy ass setups like Kai's filmer setup is pretty dope dude like but I also know it's like 15K and I'm like,
yeah I'm like well, first off I don't need that
second of all that's a lot of money to start like but I mean I have seen like I'm like super into like the fucking it's so whack but like the TikTok like crypto space kids like the kids that like
you like that
bro, and they
I've
like
seen that.
they just hold their phone and like they just stream like holding their phone and they'll like be on another they'll be filming off one phone holding another phone and I'm like that's more it's probably $60 $70 to film that like it's not that bad but yeah that's dope so you would want to get into IRL streams
definitely bro it's just like it's kind of that's when you have to start like kind of thinking too because
you
start
like, planning shit
start planning stuff
I'm just gonna IRL stream in the house
like,
I don't know though
walk around and shit.
Dude I feel like that might pop like that's like some type of shit that like goes
seriously
if you think about it like the fucking the hype not the hype house the house with Kai Cenat and all them they're just in the crib he's just in his fucking room most of the time like and it does do well it does really well that's super dope
but they've been I wonder how long I know they've been doing it for
I think they've been doing well Kai's been like on like his grind since he was like a little ass kid and then I know like
okay, business.
That's right. That was crazy. Like Batman, business. But yeah, I know like Phantom and all them. I think they were also like pretty young when they started it. So I think it takes but I feel like for you have a big like a boost because people already know you. Like they literally
that helps.
Nobody knew them. Like they were just fucking streamers, and now they're blown up.
I feel like starting this is like really hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you were to start on streaming, like let's say you just bought everything.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to be a streamer. It's fucking hard.
Yeah, especially
to gain
like
people to watch you. Like I'm
Yeah.
even still having trouble like posting on TikTok and having like I'm like, dude, how are people gonna find me? Like how am I doing
Yeah.
this stuff? Like I'm posting, but then again, it's only like the same people that already know me. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, it's kind of hard to find a new audience too. But
I always see
think
like
it's just being
the
consistent.
Yeah, constant. I always see the videos on TikTok where it's like streamers and they talk about like how they were posting like every day for like fucking 7 years.
Yeah, it's
and then
crazy.
one day like they had 10
fucking
viewers.
blows
Yeah,
up,
and I'm
yeah.
like, oh shit, that's dope. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure, I feel like you have a greater step in it because like people already know Sage and like
Yeah.
you're also like you don't have to like. Not that it's a bad thing, but you don't have to act like like some of the, you could tell they're like
Yeah, you
clip
can tell
farming
they're
and shit.
acting.
Like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
oh I get it, but like you don't have to do that because like you're just chill.
They already know.
And
Yeah,
I feel
yeah. They
like
already.
it's just
If
what
I act a different way, they would already know.
They'd be like, yo, that
Yeah.
fool's fucking switching up, bro. Yeah, kids letting the
Like, why is
fingers.
he doing that?
Yeah,
Go watch
bro,
the podcast,
bro, that's
he's
not
like
him, bro. He's not act like that, bro. No, that's
That's
super
crazy.
dope. So, did you know Sean and everybody from suburbs previous, or
I knew no. So I only knew Devin. I only
Wow.
knew Devin, and then all the rest of them came after.
damn, that is
Yeah.
such a trip. So you guys have been
It's
friends
so
for a
true.
while, but
Yeah, it's like because we've been friends for what, like maybe 4 years now.
Yeah.
But it's like
wow, it seems like you guys have been friends for like
that's how it feels.
Life,
It
yeah.
feels like we've been friends forever, and it's like it's super weird, bro. Because like I feel like everybody now that I used to talk to, I really don't. But it's like everybody from high school, bro. Every time I go see them at like we would do like reunions.
Yeah.
So dope.
Yeah.
Because all those kids are just like
same.
it's the same,
Bro,
and it just feels like all homey again. You're like, oh, let's
You're like
go.
you can be like just regular dude. At my baby shower, I was tripping out because I invited like 2 of my best friends, and I'm like spoke to them in like, fucking years, dude. And yeah, they like showed up, and like everybody always like. There's just like certain ways people talk to you, and then I just remember I was like sitting there, and they're like, "Yo, what's up, you short little fuck?" And I just heard like
Immediately,
I was
you're
like,
like,
"No
"Is that
way!"
what-"
Dude. I turned around, and I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
A flip switches in
Bro,
your head
literally.
immediately.
And I'm like, no way, dude. So we ended up getting like fucking hammered at the baby shower or whatever. And they were like, dude, they don't look at you any different. They're
Nah.
just like, yo, you just got some followers. You're still a loser.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, now, bro. And I have a kid.
You got
I'm
me
older
there.
now, bro. Like, fuck. But no, that's super dope. So do you think like you're gonna keep going with like social media until like what's your plan with social media? Is it just
Honestly, I'm trying to take it because I feel like before I would be like, I want to hit fucking 100,000.
yeah.
In a week, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's
Crazy
almost
shit.
impossible,
Yeah,
bro.
it's crazy.
Like, dude, people work the whole fucking like you're saying, like
Yeah.
they work years
to get
even
fucking
get like to,
couple
like
hundred.
25K.
Yeah,
you know what I
bro,
mean? It's
like-
dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Even 25K people watching, dude. Imagine
that's
in the
actually nuts.
streaming
That's
world-
super
in the
nuts.
streaming world, that would be insane.
Yeah, 'cause that's a really good stream, right?
Yeah, that's
25K.
insane. Even to have like 1,000 people watching is like that's great.
yeah, that's
But,
fucking nuts. It's 1,000 people watching. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That is
But my
crazy.
goal is right now just to have 1,000 people watching me while I'm streaming.
Just every
That's
time you
totally
get
my
on.
goal. Yeah, I don't have any other goals right now other than like obviously making the podcast good and having Bourbon Friends be like super good too.
Yeah.
But because I feel like that needs like a lot of you're trying to get like the most
Yeah.
kind of energy out of it. You know what I mean?
For
Even
sure.
so, you're still being yourself. You want to like have them locked in on the video. Be like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is a
good video.
This is good video. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah.
That's I think that's one thing that like when I was like first getting into like the whole like this I honestly just do because I just like talking. Like I just dead ass like
love
talking. Bro.
talking.
Yeah, like the whole YouTube shit is cool. Like I love filming, but like I'm one of those people that like I'm really good in front of the camera, but I just hate like picking the camera up. Like I'm the worst person to fucking vlog, bro. Like
we always say it. Me and Devin always say we're the worst social media people ever.
dude, literally, like I forget that like dude, I'll be sitting there laughing at shit like that's not funny on TikTok, and I'll be like, oh my god, like somebody clicks on this comment section. Like, bro, I was watching some soup. It was so funny. I can't even say it, but it was so fucked. It was like this dude, right? And it was like a meme of him like kicking a cat. It wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't real, but it was like where like it was a meme, whatever. And I was laughing my ass off in the comment section, and then someone commented to me like, no way, bro, like it's not funny at all. I was like, oh my
Oh,
god,
shit.
I'm so sorry. Delete my comment. But caught me red-handed. But yeah, no, it's rough when, especially when you do it all the time. Like that was, I remember when like me and the Sweet Tea Boys were posting a lot. It was a lot easier to fucking post on social media because like we were always doing something.
Yeah.
But like now that I'm getting older and like now that I have a kid, bro, like I fucking completely forget. Like
Yeah.
I'll do like the
I could definitely see it.
Like,
How you
it's-
just for like
bro,
completely
it's-
forget. I
there's-
still forget. I don't even have kids.
no,
You know
yeah.
what mean?
I think having there's like different levels in life, and it's funny because you're what 23. At like 23, I thought I was gonna be 23 for like 10 years. It was so stupid, but like I remember when I was your age, I was like social media was like so important to me.
Yeah.
But I remember like I never thought past it.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna wake up tomorrow and fucking make another YouTube video. I'm gonna hang out with the guys, make another video, go to the club, like.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. And then I think I like didn't pay attention to like the longevity of it. So like one day I woke up and I'm like, oh shit, I'm 24 years old. I gotta fucking like do something. Like, you know what I mean? Especially because like you guys are different. Obviously, you guys have a big platform. Like,
But I was also thinking the same way too when we were doing. I was like, I just turned 21, or wait, yeah, I just turned 21.
Yeah.
That whole year, I just fucked off.
yeah,
Like,
because
just
it's
stupid.
and it goes by
things, like,
quick, bro.
quick, dude. And I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, what have I been doing this past year? I could have been working, doing all this other stuff. Like, imagine if I started streaming back then.
Yeah, you would have been
I would
fucking.
have so much fucking content now. It's like, I regret it, but at the same time, I'm like, when am I ever gonna get that back?
Exactly.
I might as well have lived that shit. And,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
done whatever I did, and
That's one thing I learned too. I remember, like I tell Michaela all the time, I'm like, dude, I made so much money when I was younger. Like, I could have like, if I would have started my businesses earlier, it probably would have been like, when I first wanted to drop OGD, it was probably 26. So I had my first clothing brand was like way back, like.
what's it called?
It was right after high school. It was so stupid. It was Prosper. That's where I got Prosper from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Oh,
Prosper
what?
Marketing is just a rebrand of my clothing brand that fucking failed. But it was stupid. It was like Prosper, and it was like it was back then like when you put the apostrophes over the letters. It was so stupid, bro. It was a Prosper. I'm like, bro, what the fuck does this even mean? But anyways, it like fucking flopped for sure. Like went to shit. But it was also because like I had no idea about like how to build a clothing brand.
Yeah.
And then I got like super into it, and I started like learning about like merchandising and outsourcing and shit like that for no reason. Like I didn't even think about starting my own.
Yeah.
But when I was really young, and it was funny, like I remember the first people I thought about doing it with was Sweet Tea. I'm
Yeah.
like, you guys need to make merch, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are fucking big. You could sell merch. I can make it for you. So like I remember that was my idea at first, and then I got mixed up with them, and nobody gave a fuck about the merch stuff. Not even me. I'm like, yeah, who gives a fuck? But yeah, I remember like I always tell myself like, dude, if I would have started OGD back then, I probably would have been, you know, like especially because at the time like there wasn't at like now it's rough, bro. There's so many streetwear clothing brands.
Dude,
There's so many clothing brands in
everywhere.
general, and like people drop fly shit, bro. Like I can't even talk shit about Fashion Nova, bro.
It's hard.
Like, Fashion Nova has gangster shit. Bro.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting there and I'm like, how am I gonna? And the shit was $12. How am I
it's
gonna
hard.
compete with this
It's
shit,
hard.
bro?
It's really
So.
hard.
I always tell myself like, damn, if I would have started like back then, bro, I probably would have been predominant. Like everybody would have known me. But then again, it's like, dude, get like you can't go back. You can't fix it. Like, but yeah, it's super dope. And I remember like, it must be different for your position because you have like such a, how can I explain it? You have such an open-ended like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like you can do the streaming, you can do the YouTube, and you have like a group, like a really good group of friends. And I think that's what's super dope. Like. Being able to have content with like, cause I didn't have a group of friends until I met those fucking jackasses. But like previous to them, bro, I was filming content by myself, and like
that's hard.
It's
dude.
hard. Like
It's
streaming,
hard.
streaming's cool because like you're by yourself, but it's like you don't even fucking around.
You're
like,
still doing shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like trying to make content by yourself, dude. It was miserable because like for one at the time like I didn't have any followers, so I'd be out filming. They'd be like, "Yo, fucking loser, nobody's watching this shit." I'd be like, "Yeah, you're right, bro. My fault."
Trying to start though.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what am I gonna do?
Honestly, like I haven't. It's kind of hard because I haven't been in that situation. But I feel like if I was, man, I would like beat myself up all the time.
Yeah.
Because that should be hard as fuck. Being by myself recording, like I'm like, dude, I don't even know how to. do this shit.
I feel like everything's just way more whack when you do it alone. Like, it's like this is so boring, bro. Like, there's days where I have videos in mind, and like the night before I'm all pumped up, and then I like take the camera out, and I'm like, this is so sad. It's just me working in the garage, like on the car. So I look like I'm 50, bro. Like,
That's when I was doing the YouTube at the beginning just by myself. I was like, dude, Devin would have said something funny as fuck right there. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, damn. And I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, give him the video.
Yeah,
and do the
yeah,
shit.
that's how
And it's
I
like,
was.
Yeah, it's hard. It's easier when you have banter with somebody.
you
You
can,
have
like,
something really good.
bounce ideas off each
Yeah,
other.
that's so much easier. But content solo is very hard.
It's very hard, but I also feel like it's also more rewarding. Like what Julian and Logan are doing now that they're like going back at it.
Yeah.
I like when I see them get like subscribers and shit. Like that's super dope because it's
yeah.
like at one point you're like, oh well, we have so many subscribers because there's like 6 personalities.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
When it's just you, it's like they fuck with me, bro. I'm
Yeah.
cool. Like, they fuck with me. But yeah, that's dope. So let's say 10 years from now, where do you see yourself in like social media wise?
I kind of want to be just like on the. I still want to do videos
Yeah.
for sure because I feel like social media like is just like a never-ending kind of thing where it's like you could fall off. You could
for
fuck
sure. You fall off
it's
in one
like-
day, bro, yeah.
But then literally you can just bounce back.
Yeah, you just
like
post another
there's
video.
so many people that just fell off. Had just like probably a couple months where they were just like maybe several months where they were just like not hitting it at all.
Yeah.
Don't
right-
give up.
Yeah.
Come right back. And it's like, dude, this thing could actually last a long. Like look at fucking Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
Yeah, that's nuts.
They just shift in their life where like they have so many different stages, and it's like.
He's a boxer, bro. He's a fucking like.
Yeah,
I remember like I was just talking about this.
That.
I was like, this motherfucker used to make fucking Looney Tune ass videos.
Yeah.
He's a boxer. I'm like, that's.
Yeah.
But I think that's what's like, let's say right, you could pick anything. What would you want to be like? What would you want to be known for? What would Sage be known for?
You know what's crazy? I don't even know.
Yeah, neither do I. I'm asking you that because I don't know. Like I ask myself the same shit.
No, what I want to be known for.
Like, you know, like Mr. Beast does fucking challenge
Yeah, he
videos
does
and shit.
challenge
Like,
videos
what would Sage do? Just be a fucking gangster. just be a fucking
Honestly,
thug.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea at all.
And I think that was like a really big step in like the social media. Well, another one is too is like, well, you are cuffed up, so you're gonna get there soon. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But like when I was with her, there was a lot of like when I got with Michaela, I remember there was like a lot of things that I was like, man, I can't do that anymore. Would have been funny, but like I'm not gonna do that because it's just disrespectful or whatever it is. And then like as time goes on, you start like bro, like I remember with me and Michaela, like dude, I knew I loved her like probably like 9 months into it, and I was like, damn, dude, like I don't even want to do all this other shit. Like one of the big things was like the clubs.
Oh yeah,
I used to love I still love the clubs now that we go together.
Yeah.
But there was like an awkward period like where we wouldn't go out together, and like the boys would have clubs, and I'd be like,
it would just be you.
yeah, and I'm like, fuck, I can't really do this no more, bro. Like, so I think I could see it as a family channel, like.
Oh yeah.
Like you
For
just
sure.
have a little kid, bro. It's like I can.
And it's really cool to. I feel like the family channels get kind of looked like upon like as bad, but they're still good though. You know what I mean? Like people love them, but it's like, dude, that's like memories that you can just look back.
That's
at
what
like, you don't forget. You know what
I
mean?
never thought about that. Like I was like you. Like I was like, putting your family on the internet. It's a little weird. But then like. Yeah, dude, like, now that I'm older and I have my own family and shit, I'm like, dude, yeah, like, imagine we're like 85 years old, fucking let's just crack on YouTube, bro, and let's watch a video from 20 years ago.
Yeah,
like,
I would love that.
That'd be super dope.
Yeah. That's why I kind of regret not doing a lot of things before. That's the only reason why.
Yeah,
like,
so
I
that you
love
could
going back
have-
to the podcast.
Yeah.
Whereas the videos that we did that were just stupid. It's
Yeah.
like, I get to look at that and remember, like, oh, yeah, I remember that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Instead of being like, oh, remember that one time we did this?
Exactly.
Damn, I wish I would have been able to see, like, some footage of it, but it's all good.
That is true, definitely. What do you have in store for, like the streaming shit? Like, do you think are you gonna try to take it, like, how do I explain it? Not take it like full time, but like
I want to take it full time.
like every day.
Yeah, every day.
Because that's how I feel like that's how they got big. Like, Kai and all them.
Don't stop. In streaming, because if you go only like 1 or 2 days,
Yeah.
your numbers
Not gonna really
plummet
get over
big
it.
time. And it's like, people are going to be like, oh yeah, I watch them like every now and then.
Every now and then, yeah.
But it's like, if you're going every day, you're going to have people that just like, they don't have something to do. Either they're just getting off their job.
Yeah.
They're going to school. They're just getting back home from school. They just want to relax and chill.
Throw something on.
I'm like, I want to be that guy that they're watching.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
no, because for the last 8 months of my last apartment, right before my kid was pregnant, we would cook dinner and I would watch like Nick Merckx and fucking all of them when they were streaming Call of Duty Warzone and shit. And I remember thinking like, you know, it's like the end of the day, I just didn't want to watch like nothing that was gonna fucking fry my brain. So like I could just throw them on, like completely forget about it, and then I'd be like, oh shit, they're playing Call of Duty. And like, dude, I remember I would like listen to him talk, and I remember that was when I first wanted to start streaming, because he had spoke about it. He was like, dude, like he's like, YouTube is cool, like don't get me wrong, like he's like, I love YouTube and I love like posting every day. He's like, but I'm kicking it with you guys, dog. And I remember when he said that, I'm like, damn, like if you really think about it, like he would drink like a beer, hop on the game, and just fucking shoot the shit, bro, for like 3 hours, 4 hours. And so like he was relaxing while I was relaxing. Like it's dope. You build a little like community like that.
Yeah.
But
watching shit like that is just like so cool. Like, cause I would come back home every day from school. I think it was like, dude, had I been every day from like 5th grade to like 8th grade.
Yeah.
Get a bowl of Doritos, fucking bunch of shit on it, and then just crack on the fucking iPad. Just
literally
nerd out.
No,
you know
that was
I mean?
me,
It's like,
bro.
it's so cool.
I
like,
was bad, bro. I would do that shit. I would do that shit during school, bro. I was horrible, bro. I'd be in history classes on YouTube, and I remember like that was like the first start of like realizing that like content can go like so many different ways, because I was like, dude, like I remember I would flip through like car videos and I would watch gaming videos, and then I started realizing that like everybody has their niche, and I'm like, what if you just did everything? Like, what if you were a car gamer that fucking had a podcast? Like, and I think that's what's dope about streaming is you can't. That's like the only place you can be everybody. Like, and that's super dope. That's fucking. I
was just thinking right now. What do you think about like the outside view of social media? Because I feel like everybody wants to do social media, you know, and like all these kids in school, they're like, I want to be a YouTuber, like I want to do this, but it's like
it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
And
at
I
all.
feel like, and if you do, like, have, like, we've seen it firsthand with, like, our good friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, sometimes you only got, like, social media is everybody's like, oh, I want to do it, which is cool. Like, if you can make it work, social media is dope.
For sure, try it.
Yeah, yeah.
Try it for sure.
Because you'll know right off the bat, you're like, oh, this shit's not for me. But I just feel like people kind of pan out, like, to make money in social media,
Takes a while.
it takes a while, yeah.
Long time.
You kind of got to just bust your ass for,
And you're like doing shit for a long time that you just don't get anything out of it. Yeah.
And then one day you're like, oh, I got to check. This is tough. But I think that's like what most people don't think about. I think people think like, I'm going to get brand deals, I'm going to be rich. Like,
Yeah. A lot of people, even if you're like a well-known creator, like you just have a lot of followers, you still won't get brand deals.
Yeah, fuck
because
no.
they just don't like you.
They don't
like,
care.
They don't like you. You're
they
not
don't want you to
brand.
represent their shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've noticed, like at VidCon. I would go and see like so many types of people there, and I'm like, damn, you guys aren't exactly how you guys say you guys are on the internet, but it's kind of like a facade. Like you kind of
for sure.
got to be like that person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think from the outside, a lot of people want to do it, but I just think like it might not be the path for a lot of people because like I think if like you come from like rich parents, like you don't need to work. You like really don't have shit to
YouTube's
do.
perfect for
Yeah,
you.
YouTube's perfect, bro, because like I'm not gonna lie, one of the kids that I watch on TikTok, he sells watches and shit.
Uh-huh.
This whole time I thought he like his like story is that he dropped out of high school to chase his dream as a watch dealer and like he watched Bootcamp and all them. So like I was like, damn, this is so sick. And then someone like exposed him and they're like, bro, he's from the Hamptons. Like this kid's like a multi-millionaire, bro. Like he just does this and what's funny is like the first watch he started with was like a fucking $10,000 watch and he talks about how he sold everything he had to buy that watch. And I was like, damn, man, like that's a fucking real hustler right there.
Yeah.
Come to find out his dad bought it for him. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
If you have money,
I think it's
you'd be perfect.
Yeah,
for social media,
you could-
'cause you could be like anything.
You can do
like,
anything.
I'm gonna do this shit today. And
exactly.
everyone's
I'm
gonna
gonna jump out of a fucking plane today, bro.
I'm gonna watch that shit.
Yeah, I would watch that shit too. And I think that's what's cool. Like social media is social media is beneficial for like social presence. I think more importantly than like you depending on it for like just take care of yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
When you first got into it, were you like, did you think you were gonna be like, I'm gonna do this and get paid, or were you like, I'm just gonna fuck? That's how I was
we
too.
weren't even doing it.
Yeah.
like we weren't getting paid. We were just doing it like
Just fucking around.
just to fuck around
Yeah.
and just be around the homies. Because a long time, like we weren't doing shit.
Yeah.
we were literally just coming together. He was recording.
Yeah.
Nick was recording, and we were just there. And we're like, well, I think it's pretty dope that we're just getting like some exposure off of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people would ask me all the time, like, oh, you're getting paid off this? I'm like, nah, I'm just right there chilling. You know, I get something out of it. You know what I mean? He gives me a platform. And I thank Nick every day, you know what I mean? It's like it's so dope that he wanted to start this and we all have the opportunity now to just do our own things. And even with that, still doing the podcast, it's like every time is a good time. We're never gonna step in the room and be like, fuck,
gotta film this
video. It's like, no, we're just literally homies just chatting it up.
Where was the idea for Suburb Talks?
For like the podcast?
No, like
Just in general.
in general, yeah, like
In general, the
because you guys were doing like a bunch of shit before. You guys were doing like everything.
We were doing everything. The first one was like stupid shit, how to get girls 101.
Yeah.
In a classroom. Nick was the professor. Next things we were doing was just like in a parking lot, same thing. And then we started getting into just the vlogs, him just recording a night out or just random things. And then the podcast came. And then it's like, that was
the thing.
Yeah, it was like, you know what, pretty cool. Because we were still doing the vlogs at the same time as the podcast. It was until like maybe 30 episodes or something like that we were like, okay, we should just
Focus
stick to this. 'Cause
solely
you
on
know what I
this,
mean? If
yeah.
we were bouncing back and forth, we probably wouldn't.
It's a
have done
lot
the
of
same
shit,
thing.
yeah. And you wouldn't probably some of the videos would
It'd plummet, yeah.
Yeah, but no, that's super dope. So, what is like, let's say, right, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, you have your platform, you can stream, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Do you want to own anything? Like,
I want to own, yeah, for sure. I want to have my, for sure, merch and things are going to come along the way, but I also want to have, like, we were talking about it the other day, we just want to make something.
Yeah.
I want to make something, like, it doesn't have to be clothes, it could just be like, anything.
like whatever the fuck. Yeah,
Whatever the
literally.
fuck. Like, just make something new or just, like, have your own spin-off on something. Like,
yeah, something that's already,
something
like,
cool
super
like that
well-known.
would be nice. It's just, like, I want to have something, though.
And that's what's cool about, like, having a social media presence is you could do that.
Yeah.
Somebody would be like, yo, I'm going to buy that. Like, that's fucking sick. And I think that's gangster as fuck. That's so dope.
Like, all those guys, like, I don't know if you ever watched them, Too Hype? Like, Jessa the Laser and, like...
I think I have.
Like, Cash Nasty.
Okay, yeah.
all of them. Like, Jesser, he has all his own, like, it's called, like, something Squad. Who Squad, Ball Squad, or something like that, and like he just has basketball shit.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I would love to have that. Like, it's so dope. And the things that he makes, he actually cares about.
Yeah.
So the brand is just itself is just like so cool.
It's kind of cool, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's one of the guys that I watch is they do like they're based out of Compton, I think, but they go to like the hood and find like super poor kids that are like good as fuck at sports, and they'll like give them a full ride.
That's
and
so cool.
I watched a video like probably like 6 months ago where he had made a video and he was like, and they're not rich, they got like fucking maybe 300K subs.
Okay.
And he was like, yo, like if anybody would love to sponsor a youth basketball player or whatever, like we'll fucking find them for you, like just get them out of the streets and help them out. And
that's dope.
Yeah, like they built like a charity, and then the charity grew into like, I think now they have a gym where they like also train kids. Like if kids want to fucking get out of the street, like they can come and play basketball or whatever the fuck it is.
That's sick.
And like what's funny is like when they first started, I was watching them like, bro, they used to go and grab kids and make them fight. It was the funniest thing ever, bro. They put boxing gloves on them, just make them scrap. And he's like, whoever wins gets $1,000.
That's
and,
crazy.
Yeah, and now like they got a charity like where they teach kids how to. I'm like, yo, you guys did a fucking 180, bro. That's dope.
That's crazy.
But I like you said, like I feel like sometimes there is a switch, like like how Jake Paul is.
It's like you have the vision, but you don't have the complete like full picture yet.
Yeah, no, and I think that was one thing that kind of scared me about social media too. Is like I like knew what I was gonna do with it or how I was gonna go.
Yeah.
But like I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? Like, where's this gonna go? And I think like I have an issue with like thinking 20 years ahead for no reason. Like I've always been a shitty person when it comes to like enjoying the moment. I've always been like constantly like fuck. And I remember I told the boys like when we first started getting like followers. Yeah. The first thing I told them, I was like, I need to make money off this shit, bro. Yeah. Like I was like I love content creation, but I gotta figure out like how I'm gonna make this into a lifestyle. And then like hanging out with them, dude, we're like, you know what I mean? Like they were like, yo, we gotta figure out how to get super fucked up today. Like that was their issue. And I remember like that was like one thing where I was like, you know, I would like stress out about it, whatever. Yeah. We film a video, I get super fucking plastered. Wake up the next morning, I'm like, that was dope. Let's do it again. Exactly. Like it was just kind of like constant repetition. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's fucking dope. Do you think without social media, where would you have been? Like what would you have been doing instead?
For sure the hard labor work.
Yeah.
Like my dad, yeah.
You don't think you would have tried it by yourself? Like
nah.
Damn, I know. That's how I am, bro.
Yeah.
I would have not. Like I would have been like, shit sucks, bro.
I just like I feel like I know myself, and if I were to have done it for like a couple months, not even a couple months, bro.
Yeah, a couple months is dedication.
That's dedication.
A couple weeks with nothing, I'd be like,
I'd be like, dang, okay, this shit not for me at all.
Catch you later, YouTubers. We're gonna wrap this up.
I'm retired.
Yeah, retired. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here before I blow up, bro. Thanks, guys.
No, yeah, but it's like, I never really knew what I wanted to do. Don't get me wrong, I was never like I was an asshole kind of kid, but not like to the point where I was like, fuck this and fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would always do my shit, make sure I graduated, all this other stuff, but like I just had no idea. Yeah. I didn't know if I wanted to go to college. When I was in college, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do, and I was like, I don't want an office job. I never wanted an office job.
Yeah, that's the worst.
So it's like, I was like, what the fuck do I major in? Like,
yeah.
Everybody else that I know, like, they're going to be doing office jobs. I'm like, I don't know. I have no clue. And then
I feel like once you get an office job, that's like when your soul dies, bro. Yeah. Like, I have a homie that's making great money. Amazing. He's making like fucking $60 an hour. Yeah. But, yeah, bro, 7 to 7 every day in the cubicle. And he loves it. Like, he's enjoying it.
See, that's sick. When people like it and they're able to, like, actually spend their money, though, that's when it's cool.
See, that, like, I ask him, I'm like, do you really love this? And he's like, I fucking hated it when I started. He's like, but I've done it for this long. Like, I've grown to have a liking for it. Like, it's cool. It's whatever. And I remember, like, he was, I was just talking to him a couple days ago when I was at the gym. He's like, bro, what the fuck do you do all day? And I was like, what? He's like, no, honestly, like, what do you do all day? And I'm like, oh, I have my calls. I go to the gym. I take my daughter out. He's like, so a bunch of fucking nothing. And I was like, yeah, technically, I don't have a job. Like, I don't have to go to a job. Yeah. And he's like, do you enjoy that? And I'm like, yeah, bro. Like the freedom, I think is like a big, like that's one thing like that I've always taken into consideration with social media was like having the time off. Like like today. Yeah. Yo, you want to film a pod? Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like
normally, and I love it, bro.
Fuck, get off at 4:30. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's what's super dope. Like, do you feel like you use your free time
wisely?
Wisely, yeah.
No, not at all.
I didn't either. I didn't either.
It wasn't until recently, like with actually doing the streaming and like editing and like doing all this other stuff, like then it makes me feel like I'm doing something. Yeah. But before I was just like literally
kicking it,
waiting for the next video. I'm like, go. We're gonna film a podcast today. I'm hyped up
Let's
for
go.
like a week straight.
Yeah, yeah. You finished from me. Let's go next week. Same shit. Let's go. No, dude. When I was like fucking around and I was just solely doing social media. Dude, I remember for one, I would stay up all night and I wouldn't wake up the next day till like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. And it was like just enough time to get ready to go out to like the nightclub.
Yeah.
Like then I'd come back home, get plastered, stay up all night. And I remember thinking like everybody would post like 7 a.m., you know, their hard hats on.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I'm barely go to bed, bro. That's crazy. But
yeah, the thing is, like, me too, like, school, like, I wish I would have done school. Don't
Me
get me
too.
wrong,
Oh,
like,
dude,
I wish
me
I had,
too.
like, the drive for school, because I just don't. Like, I knew even during the time
You
that
don't
I
think
had
you
all
would
the
go
free
back?
time. Huh?
you would never go back. Like
I think I should. Do I have the motivation right now to? No.
definitely not. No.
Because even when I wasn't doing jack shit all day, I would not have done the full school
Yeah.
thing either. Like, I don't.
Would you go back like in person or like
I would
online
do
type
it in
shit?
person for sure.
Yeah, I can
Because
do-
when I
dude.
did in person for like 2 weeks, that's when COVID happened.
Wow.
That
So
was
you were
good.
just
was
just
a
got
good
into
burp.
college. That was a good burp.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I just had got to college like that.
Wow.
week.
I fucking had already finished my the first semester of my second year. I was about to get my AA. I'm like 5 credits away from getting my AA.
No
I don't know
way.
if like they go if they.
I don't know.
I know
I've heard-
like at UCs and shit it's a little different, but I
Yeah,
want
yeah.
fucking community.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But yeah, bro, I was like literally about to get my AA. COVID hits, and like I remember at first everybody was like, "Oh yeah, like
2 weeks.
You only get it from
Come
bats."
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
welcome
crazy
back.
shit. And then, dude, it like took over the world. And I
Yeah.
remember like, fucking, we switched to online courses, but I have like mad ADHD.
Yeah, can't do it.
I'm like, bro, I can't. I'm bouncing off the walls, bro.
Yeah,
so
no.
I dropped out. What would you go back for? Like, if you were to go back?
I have no fucking clue.
That's how I was, dude. I went for like, I did all my general ed, but I think I went for like an emphasis in business management.
Yeah.
And the only reason I did that is because like I have this, it's like a weird ass fucking like. Okay, I'm gonna ask you first before I answer.
Yeah.
Do you have like this one weird thing you like want to do for no reason at all? Like it's just something you want to fucking do, but like it's got to be something that's fucking weird, like super niche.
Want to do?
Like, are you secretly want to open a bike shop? You know what I mean? Like some random shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, no, okay. So I've had this weird ass idea of like having like a vintage car dealership and a coffee shop in the
That'd be
same lot.
sick.
Nobody steal this, fuckers. Okay,
Yeah.
but like but I'm talking about like, dude, like $1 million cars. So
Yeah.
like. A bunch of the broke people would come in, just drink the coffee,
Yeah.
and just watch millionaires buy cars.
That's-
Like I would
that's so
love
sick.
because I remember what was funny. I want to go get my Supra at the Toyota right here in South Bay, and
They
like
had one?
Yeah, I had bought the last
I
one.
would say those cars, like, you'd never fucking find them.
Yeah, no. Now I think they plummeted so much that they're like, what? I remember you wanted one.
I wanted one for a long time.
Don't do it, dude.
No,
It's cool. It's a dope ass car, but it's
Yeah.
so small. Like
really small.
Before, when I had the Supra, I didn't have my girlfriend my wife or my baby or nothing. So like it was just me and like if one homie wanted to smash out somewhere, like it was cool.
Yeah.
But like, dude, you fucking put 2 socks in the trunk and it's full. It's like, bro, like that shit sucked, bro. Like I remember one time I tried to go to the skate park, bro, and I could fit 2 skateboards in, and I was like, I'm gonna bring lunch with me. So
Yeah.
a little ass lunch pail, bro.
Yeah.
How to fucking like push the back seat forward to put the lunch pail? I'm like, yo, this is fucking whack. I'm like, why would somebody even enjoy this shit? But yeah, so I went. Fucking literally a week later, I got like a check engine light. I had to take the car in to go get it.
Oh, the Supra?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was. I think what had happened was it was at the time it was like one of the last 21s made, and
Oh,
I
okay.
think like at that point they weren't doing quality control.
Yeah.
And there was like 2 or 3 wires that were unplugged in my engine bay. That
okay.
like I bought the car brand new and they were already fucked up. So a week later I had to go to this fucking mechanic that did it, and right next to it was like a little shithole mechanic shop, but right next to it they were selling like fucking Bugattis, Ferraris, Paganis, like.
Damn.
And I remember I was sitting there in the fucking bay waiting on my car to get worked on, and I'm looking at all these fucking dudes in like nice suits, and like I remember sitting there and some dude came out with a bow on a Bugatti, and like the guy was like smiling or whatever, and I'm like, bro, that's a fucking $1 million car, bro.
Yeah.
Like probably bought that shit cash too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
and I remember thinking like,
The IRS is not getting him.
yeah, no, for sure. It's gone somewhere, bro. It's across seas. But I remember thinking like, I was watching them, and I'm like, dude, and I love people watching, so I'm like.
Yeah.
This is dope. Like
Yeah.
watching rich motherfuckers do shit is sick, bro.
It's
Like,
sick. You know what's crazy? I wish that they teach you about like all the tax shit when you're in school.
dude, I
Like,
know
dude,
everyone.
I hate-
I remember when we talked about it.
Yeah,
too.
I hate making money and then having to give them back so much. It's,
You know,
like, so stupid.
It's such a fucking like broken system. And what's more fucked up about it is that like you go into it blindly. You have no idea what
You have no idea.
And like honestly, you probably won't learn for like years to come. Like
Yeah.
my parents, like they only know how to do their taxes.
Yeah.
Like I can't ask my mom for help because
Yeah.
mom's never
Yeah.
seen. She has no fucking clue. So like. And taxes is one thing I learned the hard way. Like I remember thinking, like, fucking taxes. What are you gonna do, bro? Come after me? Like,
Yeah.
they came after me. I'm like, oh shit, you guys are on it, bro. But yeah, taxes is super fucked up, especially when you go from like, it's hard as a content creator because you get 1099 or you get W2. So 1099 is so shit because it's
So
like
shit.
you take 100% home.
Yeah.
That means like you're supposed to like calculate. Okay, I'm gonna save 30% of this.
Like, nah, just take it.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I'd much rather get paid and they like, hey, we're gonna hold fucking this much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, cool. I'm
not my money.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah, it's
but
fine.
now you get the whole shit up front and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy everything.
And then like, oh wait, remember that?
Literally.
Yeah.
And no,
Nah,
it's
so stupid. Even when you're not making that much money, they're still taking.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, I think as long as you're 1099, no matter what, you can make shit and they'll still take half that shit. Yeah. No, it sucks, especially when I see like I watch a lot of videos on like it's called Upwork or Uplift or some shit like that. It's a YouTube channel where like this dude interviews like business owners and shit, and a lot of them talk about how like taxes is their main fucking like the thing holding them back. And like one of the dudes was like, yeah, I just fucking decided to do tax evasion. Like I was just not gonna pay. And then whatever, like 7-8 years goes by, he built like this multi-million-dollar car wash company.
Yeah.
And they came and took, I think he had like 7. They took 5 of his 7 car washes. So like he lost his house, bro, like went through a divorce, like a bunch of crazy shit. He was like about to fucking off himself. And he ended up like rebuilding or whatever, making it. But like it's like so sad. I'm like, damn, dude, that sucks. Like that's someone's whole livelihood, like just gone. And like, bro, the government, like, they don't need our fucking money.
That's
bro.
what I'm
like,
saying, bro. Like, where's that shit going? They're going to the fucking lottery, bro. Like,
yeah,
come on,
bro, like
dude.
lottery or fucking and like I was
Let me get my money,
dude. Like,
let me get my money.
give my money. No, literally, bro. Because like the one thing I won't bitch about, like especially out here in Orange County, they have pretty decent roads. So like in LA, where like my family's from, fucking roads are dog shit.
Oh yeah.
And like my dad would always get mad. He's like, dude, I pay all this fucking money in taxes, and the fucking roads are all fucked up.
Yeah.
And I remember like at the time I was like, why is my dad bitching about what has to do with the taxes and roads? Like I remember I was like, my dad's an idiot. Like, but now I'm older. I'm like, oh, that's where they say like our money goes.
Yeah.
And so like Anaheim area, like Orange County, like they have very like. We have nice shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's
we
like
do.
not
We do.
too bad. I'm like,
I love Orange County.
Yeah, Orange County. Yeah, fuck yeah, especially recently, bro. But it's actually been getting, dude. This is gonna lead me to another question. Do you ever go out and feel unsafe because of your your following, like people know you? Like, do you ever like?
I've actually never felt that way.
Yeah, that was one thing I dealt with really bad, bro.
Really?
Yeah, like towards the end, even now, bro. Like, I hate the fact that people know me. And most of the time, everybody's cool.
Yeah.
But like, there was a couple run-ins where like I ran into like just some dickheads.
Yeah.
But I remember like towards the end of like Sweet Tea when I was like posting a lot more of like my personal life and shit.
Yeah.
I remember we'd go out to places, and I think it was worse because I'd be with Michaela and shit, but we'd go out to places and I'd be like, that guy's staring at me. He could have probably been fucking staring at the wall behind me, or whatever, but I was like looking at him and I'm like, nah, bro, this fucking place is bro, trust this place. Yeah, so Orange County I think is dope because it's very like it's pretty safe, so you can kind of avoid a lot of those situations.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it is. I can see how for some people, if they were to grow up in like a certain environment and then get, some people watching them, and it's like, you can be looking around like your shoulder, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But I never thought that way. I never been like scared to go anywhere or like, do anything like that. Like for sure, like don't get me wrong, there's still some dickheads that are like, if people are coming up to you and they'll be like, what the fuck, like who do you think you are, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, like what do you want me to think?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm not trying to bother you.
Star
bro.
Wars.
Yeah, I mean that's the only downside is like people think that you're hot shit and like we don't think we're hot shit.
Yeah,
like,
that's
we're really just doing our own thing.
I feel like that's an outside thing. Like if you're not in the social media space, like you think everybody's a dick, which is true. I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I remember thinking social media people were assholes.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, I've got like my good taste of run-ins of dickheads, but like,
yeah, for sure.
most of the people are pretty. Most of the people are fucking like regular people.
Regular people,
Like have followings.
Yeah.
Bro. What the fuck?
So that or just like you wouldn't even think like any regular person of the day, they would be like, nah, I don't think you'd have like a.
Oh, dead ass. Fucking 7 million followers.
Yeah,
What
it's
the
like, what?
fuck? But like, it was funny. There was this kid, fucking, I think you know him too, Jaden Hang or some shit like that. Jaden, we did a couple TikToks with him. He was at the party at Bonsai. He's that Asian kid with like a little bowl cut.
Oh,
Super
Jaden.
dope. Yeah,
Of
Jaden.
course. Yeah.
Bro,
yes.
so Jaden, if you're seeing this, I love you. No, it's not a bad thing. When I had met him, I'm like, oh yeah, they were like, yo, we're gonna do TikToks with this guy that's TikTok famous. I'm all right, cool, waiting for him to show up. You know what I mean? This Jane walks in, I'm like, what's up, bro? Shake his hand, whatever. We're chopping it up, and I'm like sitting there looking at my phone. I'm like, when the fuck is this guy gonna show up, bro? Like to film the TikToks. He's been like, it's been all day. And then Logan was like, yo, you guys ready to film? And I'm like, I like turned and looked at him. I'm like, wait. What the fuck? And he's like, yeah, I got like 3.2 million followers. I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
He has so much energy, bro.
Yeah,
that
but like,
kid has so much energy.
Now that I see his content, I'm like, makes sense. Like, I can see exactly why he has that many followers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that's fucking dope. Would you ever become a persona, like like, almost not yourself? Like, would you ever put an act on to be a certain person?
I really thought about it. Before I even started doing the streaming, I was like, do I like get the clips in and like do shit like that?
Yeah,
but
blow
I
it
was
first.
Like, nah.
Yeah, because I feel like it comes back around.
Weird. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like you. And people that are like that do that, I understand they're probably just doing it just for the
literally for the clips.
The clips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I get that, but it's like I kind of just want to be like really organic about everything. And I want to like be. I don't want somebody to meet me in person and be like, he's like way different. You know what I mean? Like,
he's not funny at all. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
Yeah, no,
I know me like, yo, that's Sage.
Yeah,
that's him.
yeah, because I feel like the persona shit only goes like
so far.
It's like when you stop acting like that, people are gonna be like, oh, you're whack now. Like you're not even putting.
That's why it's kind of hard when people blow up off just one thing, and they
you
have
gotta
to like,
be
keep
that person,
riding
bro.
that thing like, for so long, and they don't do it. They're like, hey yo,
where's that guy at?
That?
Yeah,
like where's our video? You know,
literally. Yeah, that shit. I can't even imagine
hard.
doing that shit
It's
all
hard.
day now. Yeah, no, that's dope. Do you have anything you want to tell the 7 people watching my YouTube video? I'm just kidding.
Honestly, I think just like don't take life too fucking serious. Like
Literally,
like just have a good time. Work. Don't get me wrong. Like I wouldn't even say put 100% in everything you do.
Yeah.
Like sometimes
I bullshit shit. Yeah, and it works.
Don't
I'm
do
like,
it. Yeah.
fuck, why did that happen?
Just do your thing.
Yeah.
Don't stress about shit. Money comes and goes. That's one thing that a lot of people need to fucking remember. Money comes and goes. You need to make money. You need to spend money.
Yeah.
So like, don't be worried about it the next year. You're like, fuck, I don't got shit. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have shit the next month.
No, there's been times where I've been fucking, dude, like nothing.
Yeah.
I remember it was funny. Right after I got fucking everything taken or whatever, I was like, damn. Like it almost felt good because I was like,
You know what I mean?
I like shit to my brother said. I'm like, dude, all these bills are gonna bounce. Like that's what I'm saying. No, and like,
That's so funny.
bro, like now that I have, it's a little bit different when you have a kid because you're like, fuck, I gotta be a parent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, there's times like, for now, I think a little bit more, I think, clear with like decisions that I do. Just because I'm like, fuck, I gotta like, it's not me no more. Like now, it was so funny for a while. I like cared so much about everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, dude, and you can ask anybody, bro. Like when I was like younger and shit, I'd pay for everybody, bro. Just because like money did not really matter to me because I didn't have it growing up. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, I have a fucking cool car and my fucking rent was like $900. I'm like, bro,
happy.
yeah. I was like, I'm cool, bro. What the fuck? So like now that I'm a little bit older, obviously, like I'm like, fuck, okay, cool. I'm gonna get a house, gotta make sure my daughter's cool.
Yeah.
But like one thing, and it's I struggle with it every day too, is like just kind of just letting it,
Just letting it go,
rocking it out,
Yeah.
man, figuring it out. Yeah,
literally.
no, that's dope. I'm glad you have a good head on your shoulders because I remember when social media was like first taking off for me, I thought of everything like the worst shit possible.
Yeah.
I was already like, fuck.
Honestly, even like shit like that too. Like if it's like anything bad happens, like I'm like, dude, I'm a fucking human being. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If you want to cancel me,
Cancel me.
But
no,
like,
and
what are you gonna do?
I think nowadays it's getting a lot smoother. Not smoother, but like more like forgiving. Almost. Understanding. Yeah, that was a good word.
Like
Yeah.
everybody's a person. You're not gonna be like just shitting on somebody just for being a human being. You know what I mean? Like you can't just be like, oh, you did that,
dude. Because I
You're
remember
a horrible person. Like,
I remember
you did this 7 years ago. Fuck you.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Bro, I was 6
fucking
years,
like 8
I was
years
6 years
old.
old, bro. What the fuck do you want me to do? No, yeah, I remember it was funny. I had a good buddy of mine that was doing social media 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting not caught, but like somebody had reposted that he had done something that was pretty shitty in his past. But it was probably like, dude, like 10 years prior to like the time that we were in.
Yeah.
And dude, he got canceled, whatever, lost everything. Like, and now he works as a crane mechanic, has a family, 2 daughters.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like, dude, I remember at the time, like on Twitter, he was just popping. Like,
Yeah.
he was clouded up.
Yeah.
And like now I see him and like, he posted a video 2 days ago of him and his wife eating breakfast with his two daughters, and my beautiful family, bro.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Isn't it crazy to think that like we used to cry about getting likes on Twitter?"
Damn.
And I was like, "Damn, that's what I was thinking in my head."
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was like, "Bro, like you're cooking right now," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, like it's a trip." And he's like, "Dude, like life goes by so fast, but like it's so cool." And he's like, "What do you think?" Like, if we would have kept doing it, I'm like, motherfucker, I did keep doing it. You don't know that. I did keep my ball. But
I think the only things that you're not forgiven is like if you're fucking pedophile, like
oh yeah, all that you deserve to be canceled.
All the
shit.
things that are like,
yeah,
you're like, okay, you should not do that.
Yeah,
those things you should not have a platform.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Everything else, bro, it's like,
dude. And what about like nowadays? Everybody's getting caught for that shit, bro.
dude. It's like what's
It's like
up with
everybody's
that?
weird, bro.
They're like, once they hit a certain mark, they're like, let's
go. 13-year-olds like what?
Bro,
like what's his
are
name?
you
What's his name?
doing?
What's his name? Fucking Dr. Disrespect, bro.
Oh yeah,
Did you see
crazy,
that?
crazy.
Dude, I fucking used to love that guy.
Really?
I
I
can't-
never watched him.
Yeah, me neither. Fuck
Yeah.
that guy. No, bro, I'm not even gonna
No,
lie,
it's crazy.
bro.
That like I don't mean.
He was one of the dudes that would come on Twitch, boo. Disrespect.
Yeah.
Boom. What? 5 hours, bro. That guy's funny. Yeah, bro. He used to be. Yeah, but then when I heard that shit come out, I was like thinking like, damn, bro, you were so cool. You were my hero.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
You fucked
No,
me up.
you fucked me up with this one, Hunk. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, it's crazy, dude.
Nah,
There's
it's-
just so many people getting caught. I mean, it's good. Like
It is good. People are getting caught.
Really having platforms, cashing
Yeah,
people, and
yeah.
then just fucking.
Oh,
doing
that shit's
But
fucking-
sometimes it's getting too.
No,
getting
it's
too
super
crazy.
fucked up, bro. I seen him beat the shit out of the old dude,
Yeah,
and I was
dude,
like,
it's
just call the
fuck,
cops,
man,
bro.
just call the cops,
Yeah,
bro.
like, dude, they're gonna fuck him up worse than jail.
Yeah, like,
You're
come
good.
on,
Like,
dude. Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
You know they deserve it, but
They
fucking
do, but it's just like
sucks.
when they're like
man.
older, like that old, I'm
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah,
fucked up. You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's still a piece of shit person. Like they
Yeah.
deserve to get fucked with, but it's like, dude, I remember they like knocked the dude across his head. I'm like, yo, that guy's fucking. You fucking send that kid into death, bro.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
But yeah, like I watching Vitaly and all them like chase the like
that's-
pred hunters,
that's so
bro.
funny.
That shit is like literally like I'm like, you guys are geniuses, bro. This is like what a great idea. Like, cause bro, people I watch it, Michaela watches it, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Cause it's like I
You
feel
want to
like
see what's gonna happen. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
it's
You wanna
almost
see
like
how it's gonna happen.
everybody's kind of into it. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they're gonna get busted right now. But yeah, no, I've been seeing them like, especially when they're catching like big name actors and shit. I'm like,
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
what the
that's just
fuck? Like
crazy.
that's fucked up. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's why I mean, like everything. I want to get like. It's weird because you think about all the people that are like super famous and like they can't even go nowhere.
oh yeah, that's
So like that kind of stuff. It's like when you really think about it in our like realm, like you're kind of going away from it. You're kind of
Yeah.
like you're kind of doing your marketing and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
But you're also using this as like publicity. For
Yeah,
yourself.
hell yeah.
And so like that's great.
Yeah.
But like people like that are like just trying to just like get the most views, like
Yeah.
trying to get the most views and doing all this stuff. But then,
Yeah.
like, you think about it at the end of the day, like the way he's gonna be able to spend his money is like just being like in secluded areas. He
Yeah.
can't spend his money.
Can't go out of fucking-
He can't go to fucking Disneyland. Just be
yeah,
hanging around people.
and that's
stuff
I
like
think
that.
one thing that's like I never really thought about like obviously how much publicity you get right now, but it's cool publicity.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
people coming up like
Yeah, and it's great. Like, you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, what's up? Nice to meet you.
but like
Oh,
imagine
that
people
was
like
sick.
yo Shade, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're
like
running
Justin
away, bro.
Bieber, bro.
Oh, that's
Man, like,
fucked.
I know he hates it.
Yeah,
man.
I
It's
can't even
like,
imagine.
Dude, he
You
didn't
know
know
what's
fucking challenge.
yeah,
like that.
because that's what I think fucked him up was like the fact that as a kid he had to be like I don't know,
So,
just
like
yeah, and like that's where I'm like, dude, I don't know if that's even like don't get me wrong, the money and like the fame is cool, but like I'd rather just get the money, bro. I'd rather just be
Yeah.
like loaded for like owning
yeah.
something
For
than
sure, for
like
sure.
being famous too, because
Yeah.
that shit kind of just it takes away from like your daily living, bro. And I can't even imagine like,
I
dude,
can't
it's,
imagine being that big, bro.
yeah,
I
because
can't.
imagine what you do go through now. Like, there's some pretty crazy shit you go through now. Like,
Yeah, like dude, like they go to because I don't go to festivals, but when they go to festivals, like they
Oh,
they meet
it's-
a lot of people.
yeah, dude, the festivals
And
are fucked.
They love it, but it's like when you think about it, like if you were to get like even like a couple more million, you're like, oh,
Dude, I don't know
shit.
if I can do this.
Can't-
Yeah,
can't.
like they might not let me
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
motherfucker, and that's what's like so crazy to think about. Like, you guys are on the path to constantly like grow.
Yeah, which is like sick. Like I love it.
Super
I love
dope.
everything that's gonna be like coming with it too. Like I don't even think like I've never been a non-social person. So like every time I get approached, I'm never like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And never. Every time I'm like, oh, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
how you doing? You know? I mean, like, I don't even know how I would take it if it was just like too crazy. To be honest, like I'm trying to
Yeah,
really think
imagine
about it.
because like
yeah.
when you're talking about like a couple people at a time. Imagine
yeah.
fucking a couple hundred people at a
just
time. Yeah.
going at you.
Yo,
Like,
what's up?
oh,
What's up?
shit,
What's up?
oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Like, what are you gonna say? Yeah, what's up? What's good? Let's take a picture. Like, yeah, no. And then they catch you slipping. Wow, bro. You post a picture. Like, no, fuck, I'm down.
No, yeah, but I mean, it's just like a trip. Like this whole thing, it's really just time. Because if you were to have asked me all these questions like literally 2 years ago, I'd been like, fuck, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's gonna go on at all.
That is true.
I don't even know if I would have to keep doing this or like have something else. But literally, just time on social media is like the biggest thing. Because people could ask you all the time, like older folks will be like, oh, like what do you want to do like for the rest of your life? I'm like,
yeah, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? That's actually a good question. What do you want to do?
I don't fucking know.
Bro.
The only thing that I know that I want to do is like for sure invest in some shit, have like money flowing without me having to like do, you know what I mean?
Constantly like go out there.
Just going through shit like that. I think that's like something that I want just because like I never had money growing up like in my family.
Yeah.
So I never was able to like do a lot of shit, but when I did, I appreciated it so much.
Yeah,
I'm like,
fuck
dude,
yeah.
I remember that. Like, remember that time that we went to the dairy? Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I remember that time. Only went 3 times. I'm just kidding. That's fucked up.
No, yeah, for sure. But literally. It's like, dude, like, I want to have money just because, like you're saying, you want to give. Like, I love paying for shit. I love, like, doing all this stuff.
It feels better, too, when you can relieve, like, the stress from other people. Yeah. You know, like, sometimes you're sitting there and people are looking at the bill. It's like...
Yeah, it's like, dude...
I got it.
Just
give me back. Yeah. Spend way more money.
Yeah, you got me, right? No, but for sure, like, it's like, that's, like, the main goal. Having everybody, like, just being, like... I don't want my family stressing about stuff. So, like, when that time comes and I'm, like... I'm able to do stuff for them like that, fuck, dude. That's, like, how I know I'm, like, okay... I'm doing it. This worked out. Yeah. You know what I mean? I did the right thing.
That's super dope. Yeah, I know, because that's like one thing I think that like a lot of people that are in social media, like they think about it, but very vaguely. Like, what do you want to do the rest of your life? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm trying to think of somebody that's on social media. Like, one person, and it scared the shit out of me. I think it's still a scary thing, is like Fusi. Like, I love Fusi. He was such a good... Yeah. Like, growing up, he was fucking the GOAT. Mm-hmm. And like, now look at him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's still... Yeah. Constantly chasing it, and like, it's gotta come a time, dude, where you're like, you know what I mean? He's like 40. Like, dude, you get up in the morning, you're like, fuck,
so tired,
after IRL all day today.
But he also is kind of a little bit
oh yeah, no, he's not out. He's out there. Insane. Yeah, because I feel like if you're not, you can't.
No, you can't.
He would for sure give that up.
Yeah, he would have given it up a long time ago.
He's a demon.
But, no,
he's always crashing out.
Going. Yeah, and I think that he's just like, he's never gonna stop.
I don't think so either.
He's never gonna stop.
I think he's gonna be an old ass person that's just doing
still streaming.
And you know what's gonna be dope is I feel like he's gonna make like, I feel like towards the end of his career, people are gonna be like, damn, dude, you've been on the internet for fucking a decade, bro. Like, you are old as shit. And like, he'll become cool again for being the old dude.
For being the like, exactly.
And that's where I'm like, damn, maybe you can do so. But then again, like, to keep that or like to maintain that type of popularity, like, you gotta fucking hustle, bro. Like,
you do.
You gotta crash out a few times for sure.
You gotta crash out for sure. Yeah, there's no way that you're not gonna. There is no way. I feel like in life, it's never this.
No, fuck no.
It's always fucking. Yeah. You know, I mean, you're never gonna have a constant just up. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like it could seem like it for the past couple of years it's been just like this, but like, nah, it's for sure been like just fucking a roller coaster, and it's like that's so unreal for you to think like, oh, like this is never gonna come to an end, or like this is never gonna drop off for a little bit. Like, dude, it's gonna fucking happen.
It's gonna happen,
Dude, it's gonna happen. People are just gonna be like, oh, I forgot about them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to watch the shit like they used to be funny, but like, you know what I mean?
Bro, that's how I look at YouTubers that I like. I'm like, damn, I used to watch that guy when I was like 15. I'm like, he's still posting.
Yeah, still posting.
Yeah, like, it's dope. Like, I'm not watching that shit.
They got new fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can still do more shit, and it's like good for them, bro, because it takes a lot of fucking, like, mental, like, strength to be like, I'm gonna keep pushing. You know what I mean? Like, for sure, these jobs are way easier than 9 to 5. Oh yeah, but it's like, just the mental strength is like a big thing in the social media world, for sure. Yeah, and I think that's like one thing that like a lot of people also don't take into mind. It's like, bro, the internet is not nice. Like, oh no, they're not at all.
You know what I mean? Like, you'll get bullied.
I used to get fucking roasted in my comments.
Bro, I still get.
What the fuck are you doing? Like,
they call me so old on my TikTok. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I posted the video with like my daughter, and they're like, "Dang, this is such a beautiful moment, Unc." I was like, bro, I can't even have fun. I'll throw this fucking phone right now, bro. I'll never post again. You motherfuckers will never see me again, you piece of shit. No, but they're just like, they're ruthless, bro. But I also feel like it's like being a social media person and having that like type of shit going on makes you a stronger person, bro. Oh, it does for sure. I've been through some shit, bro, where I'm like, it don't even faze me, bro. You know what they told me on fucking TikTok in 2012, bro? Yeah, dude, no, I look back at shit, I'm like, dude, this shit is so cringy, but it's like, in the moment, it felt so right. Yeah. It felt so right. And like, I look back at it, I'm like, I don't even want to delete it. Like, I look at it, I'm like,
fuck, I can't even share this for too long. but
Literally,
I'm
you're like, damn.
it needs to stay up.
No,
It
but
needs to.
you know what it is? It's like, and I've always explained this to people that don't do social media. Like, everybody has cringy moments in life, motherfucker.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just ours are just recorded.
Recorded.
Ours just is still on the internet, piece of shit. I remember yours too, motherfucker. You know, I don't forget shit.
That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah,
That is a
dude, because
great
like
way of putting it.
anytime that it's funny, bro. I like look at a video and I'm like, oh, I'm such a fucking like. I posted a video just like last week, bro, and I'm like, fuck, bro. 21-year-old Nick would have been flaming me. Right now. I'd have been, oh, you're such a loser, this and that. But then I go back to like 21-year-old Nick. I'm like, yo, what a fucking chump, bro. Who's this kid? But then I realized like, dude, that's me. I grew up. Like,
Yeah, literally.
And I feel like social media really helped me like kind of grow up a little bit fucking slower. Like not in a bad way, but like it was more like, bro, dude, I was fucking doing stupid shit all the way up until like 23, bro. And it was cool.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's on
No,
YouTube, bro, to
literally.
watch
It
it.
actually, that's an interesting way to put it. I never thought about that, but for sure, I grew up
Oh,
a lot slower.
Think about somebody else your age right now.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
95,
they're
bro,
fucking
like, working.
95,
You know what I mean?
working in school.
Probably have a family already. Like,
yeah. And I'm like, shit, dude. Like,
I'm sitting here fucking doing I had a fucking podcast in a costume yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, bro, what the fuck? And I think that's what's like that I do miss. Like,
Yeah.
I remember doing the podcast, right? And like 90% of the time when I did Sweet Tea's podcast, it was not because like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna gain fucking followers.
It was just
dude. I was gonna get fucked up, throw a costume on,
Just
talk
knew it was
shit,
gonna
bro.
happen.
It was
Just
just
knew it was
it
gonna
was
be
fun,
so
bro.
fun.
And like now that I like look back, one of my buddies sent me a clip from the it was like me, Duno, all the boys.
yeah.
I'm like, why am I sitting there in a fucking Elvis Presley fucking costume, bro? Like, what the fuck was I
But
doing?
in the moment, you're just like, you remember so many things. You're like, you put on the costume, you look in the mirror, and like, dude, this
This
so
shit's
funny.
banger,
It's
yeah.
gonna be
This shit's gonna
fucking
go
so
viral,
funny.
bro. No, and I think that's yeah. Social media is like very. It's hard to. Social media, I think, is a very like you said, up and down type thing, but it's also like a very rewarding type thing too. Because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, at one point, like, after all the hate and everybody talking shit, it's like, bro, like, people really do fuck with you. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're still watching you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
exactly.
it's like, I remember my dad. I always told my dad like, well, I'm like jackass. Like you used to watch Johnny Knoxville and all them do stupid shit. And
Yeah.
look at them now. And then
They're still doing the same
they're
shit.
still doing the same shit. You know, that's just them. They're just fucking idiots, bro. And like they made a life out of it. And so
Yeah.
like I think that's what like I thought was so dope. I was like, yeah, bro. Like if they could do it, and they did that shit in the '90s, bro. Like we could do it. And now I feel like nowadays it's so much easier to be on social media, especially with TikTok. TikTok has made
yeah.
shit like, bro, you just
Insane.
one video and you're
good.
You're goated. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you're good.
like even that fucking like the Hawk 2 girl.
I was literally just about to say that.
Yeah.
She went to go throw a pitch for like the Mets the other day or something.
Did
like
she?
that.
She's still popping?
And it's like, dude, like yeah, like
fucking asshole.
And even like we were talking about the Love Island people. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Those people.
Oh,
their lives
yeah.
Are changing overnight.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Like, bro, they come back to 1 million followers when they get back home.
Bro,
after
like
a month. Like,
Leah,
come on.
you know,
like 2 million
I
or
didn't
some
know
shit
it
like
was only a month.
Yeah, it's only one.
I thought that shit was like fucking 6 months, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like,
dude.
damn, how did they not be so fast? No, I found out it was a month. I'm like, oh,
The
motherfucker's a
producers
vacation.
found the fucking infinite money glitch, bro.
Yeah,
They're
for
looking
sure.
up all these people that just probably don't have the mental capacity to be on TV, and they're just like, fuck it, just give them opportunity, and they'll probably take it.
Bro, and that's,
And it's hard,
I'm
bro.
not gonna lie, I would do it. Shit. Yeah, we love, bro.
Before everything, like it's like those moments you're like, yeah, I would do it and everything, but I can't even imagine not going from doing anything, like at all, like not even wanting to be in social media,
Yeah.
and just get that call like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't
To, like,
even know if
become
I'd be able
stardom.
to handle that, bro.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's also pretty nuts. Like, the fact that like the Love Island cast, and what's so funny is like the show is so, it's a love show, bro. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you would think like,
They're vulnerable.
yeah, they're vulnerable, bro. Like you're letting your fucking guard, like, dude, you look bad. Like
Yeah.
you're letting all the
Yeah.
fucking, and that's where like you come back home to that shit, and they're like, bro.
They
That's,
probably forget too that they're even being recorded.
oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I've always wondered that too. Like, do they film like how we film, like camera, like right there, you're looking at it, or is
They
it like
do.
really?
They do.
No
they
fucking
do. They have
way.
the producers on set right there. Like when they're in the circle, they're asking them like, "Hey, like, can we have a couple more minutes to think about this shit?" Like,
What?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Because of the angles, I'm like, it's gotta be like a fucking camera.
You would
like,
think that it's like high.
Yeah, I'm
and
like,
shit,
right? It's
they're
gotta be like,
mad zoomed
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, nah. Sometimes
Wow.
they're just like right there.
What a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's so funny. Like, imagine like coming home from being on Love Island, like, yo, you're Rob from Love. I'd be
Yeah.
like, hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
yeah.
in the beginning, you're not gonna be like super like. There are those people that are like they live for the cameras. People
Oh, yeah,
wanna
they
be in
just-
front of the
they're-
cameras. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
oh, God.
Yeah, they
You
know
what I mean?
it.
Then there's people that are like they open up slowly, and those are the ones that everybody loves.
Like Leah.
Yeah, like Leah.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like they're just gonna come later on. You're gonna see the personality after like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, cool person.
She's cool. Yeah.
Ride with them,
bro. And that's like where you. I feel like that type of like fandom that you get is like different because people actually understand. Like, oh, I know you. Yeah. Like I actually know who you are. Mm-hmm. But yeah, thank you for coming.
Yeah, of course, man.
Thank you guys. Make sure you guys check out Sage. He's way more famous than me, so you already know who the fuck he is. But we're gonna put all of his links right here. Hopefully we have a stream coming out. When are you gonna stream again?
Every day.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, you're locked in.
Hey, we gotta come back with Daniela too and Michaela.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna bring Danielle today.
Oh really?
I swear to God.
You did?
I look. You told Michaela.
Oh, you did? Oh, she's at work. Oh no. No, she's chilling at the house right now.
Oh, that's so fucked. But yeah, all right, guys. I'm gonna tag all of his shit. Thank you guys for supporting. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys later.
Peace, y'all.